Welcome back to an episode of Kate and Isaiah Living Large. I'm Isaiah.
And I'm Kate.
And on this episode, we are going to talk about an article that we read, an NPR article. Ooh, big old NPR.
Yeah. It wasn't at all because I Google searched news obesity topics.
All right. They came out with an article basically saying that they're looking at, in the US specifically, but we're going to talk more broadly, I think, about them looking at obesity and diabetes and other like preconditions as a form of denial for immigration.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's gonna be an interesting topic.
Yeah. So the brass tacks news is that the U.S. in the fall passed a motion that they would limit immigrants based on some of those pre-existing conditions like obesity and diabetes. And
so we'll get into that. But before we do, what's new? What's the what do you get coming up? I know you got to show your headlining coming up soon.
I do in March. 12 tickets have sold already.
Ooh.
So please get on that soon.
I should probably buy 2 tickets. We were talking about that today, actually.
Yeah, you should. It's going to be weird to avoid the headliner, but like...
Yeah, I know. Well, it'll be easy. We'll leave early. We'll get home. We'll get to bed in perfect time. It'll be great.
It'd be rude. Or wait till I start just a little bit, make it look like I've offended you in some way.
Oh, get up and storm out.
Yeah, make a big scene of it. I won't be at all nervous and it won't at all throw me off.
Perfect.
Yeah.
But before that, you did just do what you did, the Hub
City? I did the Hubcap, a top 10 amateur I made it to the top 10 amateur, blah, blah, blah. The amateur competition I made in the top 10, competed for the top spot. I did not make top 3.
No.
But the 3 people who did were excellent, and I feel good about how they did, and I felt like I had a great performance.
Yeah, I was excited that you actually got into the semifinals. Is that what I call it?
Second year in a row.
Second year in a row. Woo!
Yeah.
Next year, finals next year.
We'll see. Yeah.
Just gotta get more material. Get that Netflix material going.
Well, part of it, there's lots of factors that go into it. And part of it was order placement. There's a lot of things that could have gone either way.
True.
So just keep doing what I'm doing and have fun doing it.
Heck yeah.
What about you? What's new and exciting?
Oh, let's see. Not a whole lot new and exciting going on in my life right now. Unfortunately, I am... that's about it. That's not new anymore, really.
Yeah, we said it. You're still moving.
It's not new anymore. Other than that, I've gotten in the pool, started swimming again, getting ready to finally. They'll do it this time. I got to do it this time.
Yeah.
I got to get my lifeguard cert. And that, just doing that, getting some walking in, getting ready for our beer run.
Great.
Sneaking up. How about you? Getting any walking in for the beer run?
Not yet.
Oh,
no, I've had a litany of knee pain, followed by a bad cold, followed by another knee thing, followed by another cold. It's been a rough few weeks you can hear it on my voice.
Yeah.
That's where the knee pain comes out. But it'll come, and more to come on our next week episode on how that'll come together, but not to overly tease it, but next week we're going to talk about in-work health well-being programs.
Ooh.
So upcoming stuff. I've got the Frediculous Festival.
Oh, that's right.
That's coming right up. I'm opening for James Mullinger again on the 13th of this month, which is February. If you're in Fredericton and you listen to this podcast, come check it out. Actually, that show's already sold out. Come check out the one on the 21st at 4 p.m. at Comic Sutra. As called the Quiet Show or something. I don't remember, but I'm hosting it.
Okay.
And there's your friend Matt Keenan's on it.
Oh, then I should go.
But I'm hosting it.
Well, I can go. I can just wait for Matt to tag. We'll go hang around. It's Fredericton, right? Lots of places we can hang around Fredericton. Matt can just message us before he goes on.
Yeah. And David Miles Holland Hall. And what else?
Ooh, someone else. So you're busy February, eh? Busy.
It's quite busy, and I'm booking shows into April now, so it's pretty exciting.
Busy April. Well, last thing before we get into topic, it's sports month.
Yeah.
It is. Super Bowl this weekend coming up.
Right.
Very excited. Seahawks versus the Patriots.
Yeah. Well, who do you think is going to win?
Who do I think or who I want to win?
Both.
I want the Seahawks to win. I think the Patriots are going to win, and I don't want them to win.
That guy, Tom, he still play or no?
Tom Brady? Yeah. No, he hasn't played for many years. Okay. Actually, I guess he played for like the Buccaneers for last year, I guess, or the year before. But yeah, no, he does not play anymore.
Okay.
Drake May. Drake May plays for the Patriots now.
Drake May play for the Patriots?
Yes, that's it. Drake May. And then we're like, when this comes out, we're like 1 day away from the Olympics. I think when this comes out, it will be like some of the Olympic stuff is happening, right? Because qualifiers are like 3 days away, and then like the opening ceremony is like 4 days away.
Do you think where the Olympics are in Milan, like countries designing their Olympic outfits, is that the word?
Sure.
Or put a lot more pressure on themselves to be like fancy and fashionable?
Yeah, I mean, I think they're always pressure on, because it's always like, especially the opening ceremony and the closing ceremony.
No, I know how it works, but do you think
very big
designers
pressure, right?
feel extra pressure because it's in like the fashion hub of the world?
I don't think there's extra pressure. I think being the fashion designer for an Olympic team is the most pressure.
Do you remember that Roots hat from the 90s?
Yeah. Have you seen the Canadian ones yet?
No.
Oh, some of them look really good. Some of them look really weird, but I like them. We're tied in with Lululemon right now. Right?
Okay.
Yeah, we got like a 5-year contract with Lululemon.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. If you check them out. Got any Olympic sports you really like?
Yeah.
What one?
Okay, so I love figure skating.
Okay.
Like I mean, I love figure skating in the 90s. I don't know if I've watched much of it since.
Like Albert Stoico.
Yeah, and Kurt Browning, and then the whole Nancy Kerrigan, Tanya Harding business, and like Christina Yamaguchi, and like really into figure skating when I was a teenager.
I only know Elvis Stoico out of all those people.
Elvis Stoico did the big quadruple jump. Quadruple axle is like, and then Kurt Browning used to do backflips all the time.
Sure.
Pretty cool. Watching any of the ski jump and snowboard jump.
Ski jump.
Man, just hurl yourself in the air. Why don't you? You know what causes me like pain for the people doing it?
The landings?
No, moguls.
Oh, moguls are dun 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 dun.
Like my knees actually cry.
Yeah, I really do like the moguls.
Oh, I just like look at them going boop 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 boop, and I'm like, oh, your poor knees. That's gonna hurt real bad.
It for sure would if you were not an Olympic athlete.
No, I mean in the future when they get older.
I'm sure there's lots of Olympic athletes that have like knee surgery afterwards.
The sport that I don't get as a sport, and actually SNL did a great
hockey.
Yeah, exactly. Is because it really seems to have no bearing on how athletic you are. Is the one where you lay down on your back on a sled and just go down.
I love those ones. Skulls. Yes, that's sculling because it's really weird. No. Luging is when you go face first.
Whatever.
And sculling is when you go feet first. And it doesn't make sense because it should be sculling going face first and luging going. Doesn't make sense. But yes.
But either of those sports, I'm talking about both of them. I didn't know
they are very. There's a lot of like athleticism involved in that.
Well, you have to be athletic to do it, but I think it really has much more to do with your body shape.
I mean, yes, I mean that's part of it, but it's part of it is the knowledge of how to hit the turn properly and when to shift your body properly. It's a lot.
I think you just sound.
There's a lot more with it. Those are my favorite. Those and then bobsledding.
There's a great. You should watch the SNL skit about the Olympics.
I thought you were about to say there's a great movie about bobsledding. Yeah, it's called Cool Runnings.
So the Jamaican bobsled team. John Candy's in it.
John Candy is in it. Oh, but yeah, Olympics are coming up. Very excited. I do enjoy myself some Olympics. Get very patriotic when
what's the time difference? 5 hours or so?
It's gonna be great because we basically get the stuff in the evening here,
right?
Because everything happens like morning, afternoon. mostly, so we will get it in the evening
into the
night. We'll get it just.
They're ahead of us.
Yeah, they're ahead of us. So we'll get it just as we'll get it just as people getting off work. Like that's kind of our time zone, right? They're like 5 hours ahead or something like that.
No, that'll be like 11 o'clock at night for them.
Oh, maybe it works out that it's a good timing for us. I remember there was some commentators talking about it.
Like we'll be able to get up at like 4 a.m. and watch the Olympics in full swing.
Yeah, something like that. They're opposite of that. Like it's like you're getting off work and the Olympics are like full swing.
I think it's the one that I just said.
Oh, maybe. Anyway, yeah. I was told it. I watched the thing and they said it was good timing.
Yeah, I'm sure it's good. Like you get off work and it'll still be on.
Yeah,
either evening events or whatever.
The good events.
Yeah.
Bobsled always ends up being in like late evening event.
The other event that is like really cool and you have to be really in shape to do it, but like is wild, but to watch on TV is like decathlon.
Oh my God.
That's a long sport to watch on television.
Yeah, no, it is. Decathlon's in the summer.
Oh, what do I mean? I mean like cross country skiing with shooting.
That's a biathlon? No. I know what you mean. They like ski cross country ski and then they stop at a place, they shoot the things and
Isn't that decathlon?
I don't think so. The decathlon, like a running, swimming thing.
No, that's triathlon.
Well, that's the biking with it, but maybe it is decathlon. I don't know. Now we're looking it up.
Yeah, because that makes great
podcasting. You're just getting hits.
It's you're right. It's summer.
Okay. Yeah. You hear that? I was right.
Also a store apparently.
Great. But I'm very excited for the Olympics and the World Cup coming up too. Is very excited for that too.
That's the soccer one.
That's the soccer one. That's later on.
I'm just joking. I played soccer. Soccer.
I'm also excited for that one, but that's later in the summer. But let's get into our topic. Let's talk about immigration. Weird topic. Weird topic for us.
Well, so yeah, we mentioned it off the top of the episode. Like we said, the Trump administration, and this isn't going to turn into that, but like boo Trump because that's a given. But but we're never going to cross the border now. But what? So countries are all scrambling to pay for things like healthcare and for their citizens and things like that. Should there be a stipulation on who can immigrate to Canada or the US or whatever country you're looking for? And I'm not talking about, in this case, for the purpose of our broader discussion, I'm not talking about people who are escaping a war-torn country and are seeking refuge. I'm not talking about refugees and things like that. I'm talking about pure immigration. What sorts of things should go into it?
Specifically looking at health-wise, right?
Specifically looking at health, yeah.
So I'm of two minds on this one. So the NPR article just basically talks about that they are looking at, well, I guess they have, I think it's going through courts right now, but basically they passed a law where if you have what's it called? If you have
a chronic illness,
yeah. If you have, obesity is also listed in that, but diabetes,
because it is an illness, yeah.
Diabetes, all that stuff. That they're going to basically that might take you out of the ability to immigrate. Immigrate?
Yeah, immigrate.
Why is that word sound weird to me? Anyway, immigrate to the US. And I'm of two minds to it. Well, I understand it because one, what kind of strain can that put on the healthcare system? You have to be weary of that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's very restrictive of that kind of thing. And I think if someone's seeking to go somewhere for healthcare purposes, I think we should be helping those people.
Yeah, generally, yes. So I'm also of two minds. I think we're on the same wavelength in what you just said. But to add to that, if it's Canada versus the US, and for the record, where Canada has not done this, but where we do have a publicly funded healthcare system, Does that present a different argument than the US, where a lot, yes, while there's still Obamacare, there's still pay for a lot of it yourself. So if somebody's coming in to use the system while they're paying for it, well, what? No harm, no foul.
Yeah, I mean, so that's the one thing in the States is that they're paying. You're paying for it. There's if you immigrate there, it doesn't matter if you have health issues. Not, you're paying for it. And for the most part, if you have diabetes or anything like that, the insurance company is already not going to insure you.
Right, right. Or it's going to be really expensive to get.
Or it's going to be extremely expensive. So, I think that it's a weird thing to use as a goalpost for them.
You know what's interesting to me is that when I first saw the headline, and I don't remember what the exact headline is, but the headline screams out, Trump not letting fat immigrants in, which sounds terrible, right? But when you look at obesity as an illness, as we have said over and over and over again on this podcast, it absolutely is.
Here lies the problem. America's like the fattest country in the world. Yeah. I don't know if you have a right to say no more fatties.
Probably not.
If you're the fattest country in the world.
100%. Like, no, and then the other side of that too is like, if people immigrate to New Brunswick, where we're already strapped, have a real rough healthcare system, we're also the fattest province. Woo. One of the fattest provinces.
We are.
And there's not enough family doctors or primary care, as it were. How should that be a mitigating factor? In which case, that leads to the argument of maybe immigration should be limited overall, which I personally don't believe in.
I do not believe that.
Which I don't believe in at all. So
I believe in free and open borders, but
free and open borders like drugs?
Everything. Just let people immigrate without having to worry about the paperwork.
Oh no, I don't believe in that.
I do.
Oh yeah, no. Oh no.
But as far as like healthcare, the healthcare system, the strand of the healthcare system, I mean, you just need to fund it properly. Is the problem?
Not just funding; it's just a lack of finding people to work.
Well,
there's lots of funding.
Yeah, it's part of the fun. Part of it is funding. I mean, the
very small part of it at this juncture. In the past, there's been funding issues, no question. But it's about finding the talent to come.
Sure. Pay for it. That's funding. Pay for the talent.
But they need to exist. They don't just apparate out of thin air.
Yeah. So let's make it like better, more scholarships for.
There's a lot of
healthcare system.
They're doing that. It still takes time.
All right. Well, do it.
This is a problem that should have been solved 25 years ago.
Yes.
But we don't have the Wayback Machine, unfortunately.
Yes. So now we struggle with trying to.
Right.
But we fund it, we get it done so that for future generations shouldn't have to. They should already have the groundwork set for.
And governments across the board, conservative, liberal in this province, are doing that in droves. They're doing the work now. They just missed the boat. When
the conservatives were in power?
No, all governments, conservative, liberal, both.
Well, yes, I mean,
this should have been solved 30 years ago.
To me, the governments are trying to undermine the health system to bring privatization in, but that's a whole other argument.
Let's not go down this conspiracy theory.
That's a whole other argument.
That is not true.
Sure. But I think that when you're talking about immigration, I think there is some thoughts, like when you're looking at chronic illnesses, I think that does have to be brought into consideration.
Should it be looked at like you mentioned insurance, like you fill out an insurance form? Should that be the same as immigration? I don't think so, but
it's very dependent on the chronic illness, right? I think there are certain illnesses like diabetes, like obesity and things like that maybe shouldn't be as hard considered as some other really chronic illnesses. Like people on their deathbed, maybe.
Well, it's not a chronic illness. Well, that's an acute illness.
Okay,
that's happening.
Yeah,
like
it's a hard.
It's really
there's a hard in between act you have to play, and it's a matter of not overwhelming the system while not punishing people for illnesses that
they can't control.
Yeah,
it's funny. At face value, I at first was like, I have to I think it's at face value, no letting the fatties into Trump's land. Well, that's shitty. Let's talk about this. And then at my next level as well, obesity is an illness like anything else. Should that be considered when we're maxing out our healthcare systems? Well, maybe it should. But the longer I pull at the strings, more I'm like, no. Can't do it.
The problem is it's a slippery slope, right?
Exactly.
The more you restrict the slipperier slope you can get, and because you have, especially when you're talking governments, when maybe you as in your government right now has the best of intentions behind it, but if it's not soundproof in the wording and you are very, very restrictive on your wording, it down the line, who knows what someone will use it as. And we see it all the time, and things that wording is just a little like ambiguous, vague, and that then someone else uses it as a excuse to do something even worse.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, we see it with the Emergency Act, right? It's one of those things that's such a vague and not very well worded, and it used for lots of
and a lot of
good reasons and bad reasons.
A lot of those statutes are intentionally ambiguous because you can't predict every little thing, and if it's too prescriptive, well, then you rule things out. And I'm not talking about this, but just in general, like that's how laws are crafted, right? And that's why.
Oh yeah, no, but they shouldn't be. No, I understand that's how they're crafted, but
no, but they have to be, because there's so many different instances that if you're overly prescriptive in something, it rules out everything else. Like it's a real touchy balance. Like,
yes,
enough detail to be relevant and not so much detail to like you must only wear blue shorts on Tuesdays.
I think that should be a great rule. Well, everyone wears pink on Wednesdays.
But on Wednesdays we wear pink.
On Wednesdays where we wear.
Well, it's not real. It's Wednesday right now in our listener land.
But it's not Wednesday, so we aren't wearing pink. We wear pink on Wednesdays. That's just how it works.
And at the end of this month is Anti-Bullying Day on a Wednesday.
So you wear purple on that day, don't you?
No, you wear a pink t-shirt.
I thought it was purple for anti-bullying.
Absolutely not.
I don't know. I thought pink was breast cancer and purple was
breast cancer is also pink, but pink shirt day is anti-bullying.
Oh, see how much I know. I'm a big bully, so I don't believe in anti-bullying.
I do.
Oh goodness.
Well, that was an interesting discussion.
Any final thoughts on this topic of ours?
No, I don't think so. Just it's so hard with these things to be really resolute on any of it, because you can kind of walk both sides of it.
Yeah, I think it's important to think about both sides. I think we live in a world where people are too stuck in their this is my opinion and I'm going to shout it from the rooftops, and if you don't have my same opinion, well, you're an idiot. And I think that's a big problem. And then we also have fence sitters, which is also a problem. But
well, I think being a fence sitter to an exploratory fence sitter is okay.
I think
like you don't have to have a hardline opinion on things you don't know about.
You do not have to have a hardline opinion, but I think you have to have an opinion.
You can be exploring.
Sure. But where can people find us on the internet?
Find us at Kate and Isaiah Living Large. And where can people find you on the internet?
I'm at Maritime Brews on all of the social medias. Of course, we have the Buy Me a Coffee still going on for that, Mike, when we get in that new space, which is only a short ways away. Of course, always helps if you like, share, and subscribe on our podcast. And of course, if you are on YouTube, come on over, like, share, subscribe over here as well. It helps a long way to getting us noticed all over the place. But until next week, bye.